this is the temperature for first thing. Norfolk, -6 degrees, very cold, bearing in mind that for mid-December night, the temperature is usually around +1 or 2 in the Norfolk area, so -6, very nippy indeed. Now, this is the frost we saw first thing this morning. Of course, I have to say that the frost wasn't everywhere across the country. Scotland was very mild, but the frost that did occur across the southeast of the country very quickly lifted, although it did last, the air frost, that is, into the late morning. But now we're left with temperatures of around about +5 to +7 across most parts of the country. Still a bit of ground frost wherever you have the shade, but a massive difference in the temperature across Scotland. Look at this. First thing this morning in Altwehara, it was +12 degrees, an 18-degree difference across the north and the south of the UK. Pretty amazing. As far as Northern Ireland goes, this afternoon, fairly cloudy, 9 degrees, a brisk wind, and then across the Irish Sea into Wales, back we get into that sunshine. However, I have to say there has been a bit of a exception to the sunshine today. That's across most parts of the West Country, where admittedly it has been quite cloudy today, so perhaps not the winter sunshine here. But for most of us, it is going to be a nice afternoon as far as the weather goes. Now, this evening, the main message is that it won't be anywhere near as cold as what it was last night. At least this is the current thinking. Temperatures will probably dip down too close to freezing, around about -1 degrees, for example, in Newcastle. But towards the south of the UK, where we had the lowest temperatures this morning, well, it's looking more like +2 degrees, so I don't think we'll be scraping those car windows as much as we did some hours ago. Now, the cloud, which will also be drifting across the UK during the early hours of Friday, will mean that Friday will turn out to be a fairly cloudy day, and on top of that there'll be some mist around as well. It'll feel quite raw, the lack of sunshine. Some places will see temperatures of only 4 or 5 degrees by daytime. Still mild across Scotland though. Now, all this cloud and cold weather, well, that's the theme for the weekend. It's cold, very little sunshine, but it won't be completely cloudy. That implies that we'll see at least a bit of brightness around here and there. Let's confirm that then for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures, well, only 2 degrees in Manchester with the grey, low grey skies. And also for the south of the UK, temperatures of 4 degrees in London and maybe a bit of brightness at least from time to time. And on that shivering, cloudy note, it's back to Louise.